and they kind of treat it almost like they touch their hand and then they stride down like this, they actually end up taking a lot more impact.
All right, apparently after 25 minutes of content, we are back again with the GOAT, with the OG, the step vault. Coach Renee, Coach Tom here. Did you know that when I actually started parkour, step vaults were not a thing?
Really?
They were not a thing. So we had like speed vault,
Yeah.
we had Kong ups, or a monkey vault at the time.
Yeah.
We did not have step vaults. It was like, I think if you probably did a step vault at the time, it was probably whack. I don't remember when I first saw someone do a step vault. Probably someone from the UK, I'm imagining. I think they're the ones that really started to sort of push this movement. But anyways, back to the topic at hand and what we're doing today, and what you just saw there is alternating step vaults coming down and also same side step vault. Is there another variation that kind of fits in this family of like sequencing of step vaults that I'm forgetting?
No, I think you pretty much got it.
Okay. I think you could do, well, you could do alternating like in the same direction.
In the same direction, in the line that I did here.
Yeah. So there's two things that we're trying to basically get into today with this topic, and one of them is what we're trying to achieve with this type of movement, other than that it feels amazing. Mm-hmm. What are we trying to do with these sort of sequenced step vaults together?
Yeah, so the main point that we're trying to get across here is that step vaults are really great for descending, right? So it's a great descending skill. It can be used to cover gaps, but there's another vault that's really great at that. So typically, if you're trying to cover a gap, you're going to use a
talking about
Kong.
the K word?
The K word.
You beat me to it.
The K word. Yeah. So Kongs are really great for covering distance. Step vaults can be used for that, but it's not the main function of it. The main function of the skill is really to like descend down, get to your feet quickly, or potentially change directions, which we talked about in the last mammoth of a video.
So now that we understand kind of like what we're trying to achieve with the move, and as you said, we can cover ground with it, I think it ends up being, I don't know if you'd agree, probably like more of a freestyle choice, I'll say, or like just increasing the challenge as we do with parkour.
Yeah, it's a cool move, right?
Yeah.
Can be done in hard ways that make it cool.
And sometimes it actually makes the, so we're talking about descending and easing that drop. Sometimes you might be faced with a smaller gap, right? So if we think about using a Kong, it's a power move. It's hard to limit your Kong, but you can absolutely limit your step vault to make it just an easier drop in there. So that, again, just with that descending, with that soft landing is another use of these sort of step vault moves, although with that one, you wouldn't be linking them together. You would just be like step vault to pre.
Yeah, if I can just like demonstrate really quickly here.
Just,
I mean, in terms of doing a step vault on the exit, with a step vault, I actually have my hips quite low here. So I can actually get this foot down as close to the box as I want, or you know, with reasonable distance, but not as far as I could do with a Kong vault. So like, I can just pop down really close if I needed to. But with a Kong, that's gonna be really difficult. So you're gonna Kong and do one of those moves, which that's not cool. Don't do that.
Not great. All right, so here we have some problems too, because now that we know what we're trying to achieve, whenever we try to teach this move, if you've just been doing step vaults across on flat ground, you might have some issues making it nice and smooth. And hopefully I didn't screw up my intro there. I think I did a good job, but I'm not gonna know until we look at this tape again. So anyways, we're gonna look at what is one of the common issues that people have when they're trying to link two of these together, because usually the first one's pretty good, but then the second one sometimes doesn't quite have that step vault look to it.
Yeah, so I'll just demonstrate one here. So take the easy way up. Coming down with, so we're talking alternating or same side?
Alternating.
Alternating.
Say alternating first.
Yeah, so coming down with an alternating step vault, it's really common for people to like not really put much weight on their hand, and they kind of treat it almost like they touch their hand and then they stride down like this. They actually end up taking a lot more impact because they're not using their hand. The hand really serves as a way to get yourself lower by tilting over to the side, and that allows you to push off and reach much lower with less impact. So especially for that alternating step vault, it should feel like a lot less impact. When we're talking same side though, same side step vault, same thing, you do want to get that hand down so you can reduce the impact, but it's more likely to be higher impact than the alternating variation. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I think you hit it right nail on the head there, because when you're doing same foot, I can get nice and low. So, okay, let's start here. I can get nice and low. And so what's going to happen is this leg's going to float and I'm going to pop down on that same foot again. And because I'm nice and low and I'm just slipping it off the edge and using my hand a lot, it's not as much impact as if I was just doing a drop stride, but it's still more impact than I would get with my free leg in this position, because this leg is already reaching for the floor there. So I think by just looking at it, most people can kind of grasp that concept, but executing it is a whole other problem.
Yeah. So a big point that we want to hammer home here is that the step vault is great for reducing impact. And that's kind of, I mean, we talked about this already in our last video on step vaults, but it's great for reducing impact. It's also great for changing directions and things like that, but it's great for reducing impact. In this case, we're coming down and we're able to reduce impact on every step, as opposed to just dropping down from a jump or stride or a Kong or some other higher hip movement.
Yeah, so remember, when you are trying to link these together, it is a vault. And so you do, by definition, a vault is a spring with the hands, usually following a jump. I think it's, if you looked it up in a dictionary, you can fact check me on this in the comments, but I believe it is a jump and then a spring with the hands. So here's your jump, you're coming down, you do need a spring or a push with the hand. So if you're not getting that nice Cush hand push, it's not really a step vault and it's not really doing what we want it to do.
Cush hand push, I like that. That's a hashtag.
All right, guys, that is it for our video today. Please drop us a comment with any other moves or skills you'd like us to cover in the next one. Hit that bell so that you can get notified when we put out another video. Hit that like button. All those things help us out a lot, and we'll see you in the next one.